As we all know, an MMO mouse is a gaming mouse, but today I'm going to be showing you how I use this as a productivity mouse and actually increase the speed of my workflow. First things first, we're going to unbox the mouse. So the mouse comes with these Redragon stickers. I don't know who uses them, but they're there if you need them. Then it comes also with a USB-C to USB-A braided cable. It's a detachable cable because this is a wireless mouse. Then it comes also with this wireless receiver. It only uses the 2.4 gigahertz receiver. Then you've got the mouse itself. It's a good looking mouse. You can look at it from different angles, as you can see here. Now let's go to the part of the video where I actually show you how I've turned this mouse into a productivity mouse. So on this mouse, it's got this software. You see these buttons here, they're actually written number 1 to 8. As you can see here, it's written also number 1 to 8. And also on the mouse here is written which one is represented by which number, so you can actually program it. Let's say I want to reprogram number 12 to actually become maybe C. So I can click here, click key combination. Let's say I want it to be C, then that's it. Every time when I click number 12, it becomes C. Okay, so let me show you how I actually use it on Photoshop. Let's open Photoshop. Let's fire up Photoshop here. So for instance, here on Photoshop, I've got this shape here. Let's say I want to duplicate this shape. So normally on a keyboard, you'd actually press Alt and right click and drag like this. But now I don't do that. I press 3 on the mouse. I don't even have to touch anything. I press 3 on the mouse, like 3 because 3 is Alt. Then I just drag like this. That's one way I'm actually making things work. So I've reprogrammed this key here as a delete key. You see the wheel key, the center key. So when I come to a shape like this, I can just click on it and just delete. So that relieves me a lot, because normally what I would do is I would actually leave the mouse and actually click on delete like this, of which I feel like it's a bit of a task to actually do. There are some shortcuts that I haven't really memorized. For instance, let's say the undo and redo, because redo is Alt Control Z. I feel like I can't really press that with one hand, so I always feel like I'm doing finger gymnastics. But from here, I've reprogrammed it to be redo, to be undo. Number 5 is undo, number 6 is redo. So for instance, I can just simply click undo, then redo number 6 on just this keyboard. So it really makes my life easier. Normally when you want to resize something on Photoshop, you press Alt and Shift at the same time, then resize, right? For instance, if I don't press Alt and Shift, it will lose this shape like this, you see? Let's say I want to resize something like an image or something that I don't want it to deform or something. So here, since this is Alt and Shift at the same time, number 3 is Alt, number 1 is Shift, I can actually click these 2 buttons at the same time like this and resize, and it doesn't lose its shape. That's the other way I've actually won. The other thing, because this doesn't have a horizontal scroll wheel, you really don't need a horizontal scroll when you've got reprogrammable keys, because I simply just click on Shift and scroll. You see? Simple as that. I don't really need a horizontal key if you've got this mouse here. If you like more videos like this, don't forget to subscribe and click on that bell icon. Now back to the video. So that's just how I basically have actually speed up my productivity workflow with this mouse. This mouse also comes with a profile button here. When you click a profile button, you can reprogram all the buttons again on a different program. Let's say you double with this mouse for gaming and productivity. So you can program the keys for gaming on a certain profile, then the profile number 2 can be for productivity. Or let's say you've got Premiere, you can still program for Premiere and Photoshop at the same time. And on this software of the mouse, you can also record macros, and you can change the light effects. This is where you can actually adjust your DPI level, your mouse sensitivity. And here you've got modes for your mouse if you want to change lighting and whatnot. Also, this mouse has got certain levels of pulling rate. As you can see here, you've got 125 Hz, 250, 500 and 1000 Hz pulling rate. And you can also check your battery level here. Also underneath here, this mouse has got an eco mode in case you don't want the RGB lighting. Like for instance, as you can see here, there's RGB lighting all over. All the lights are off except for the scroll wheel button for whatsoever reason. But yeah, you can save power by just turning to eco mode, and it's just gonna save a lot of power. One downside about this mouse is that this mouse only connects via the 2.5 gigahertz. For instance, my keyboard, I can actually connect with the 2.5 gigahertz and Bluetooth, and it's got profiles Bluetooth 1 to 3, but here I can only connect to one computer at a time, meaning it's pointless when, let's say, I want to go gaming to my PS5. I can't really just swap just like that. I have to take out the 2.5 gigahertz and plug it to my PS5. One cool feature about this mouse is that it's an ergonomic mouse, so it fits right perfectly in the palm of your hands, and each finger has got its own position to lay on, as you can see here, of which this is very critical if you are using this mouse for long hours of use, and it's very comfortable to use. The other con is that this mouse is a bit heavier. If you are used to lighter mouses, I wouldn't suggest this for you. It's a bit bigger than a normal mouse, but anyone can literally just use this mouse. The reason why I actually got this mouse is because I got a 60% keyboard. The deal breaker of this keyboard was the lack of the arrow keys, using the WASD as the arrow keys. So I thought maybe I could remap them here, my arrow keys here. So normally when my hands are already on the keyboard, let's say when I press the start button and I try to navigate to the application that I want, I use the arrow keys because both of my hands are actually on the keyboard. It was useless because the moment when I touch the mouse, I can literally just move to wherever I want the cursor to be. As humans, we really adopt. I actually have gained muscle memory of actually using the WASD, pressing the FN2 button and the WASD. Like, it really didn't take me a week, and I'm actually used to it. And when you reprogram this mouse, the settings stay with the mouse, they don't stay on the computer, meaning if I just take this mouse and take it to the PlayStation, it's just gonna use those settings that are actually programmed, of which is a good thing for people who work in those companies where they don't allow you to install any softwares in their computers. About the battery life, with the battery life, I can last like a day with the RGB on 1000 Hz pulling rate. If you want to know how to set up your own Netflix like server on your home locally, check out this video right here. Oh, right here.